This Saturday is Elimination Chamber, which is going to take place in the United Center in Chicago, CM Punk Town. We got 2 Elimination Chamber matches, one for the men, one for the women. If you've been watching WWE or wrestling for a long time, you already know that. We have 2 championship matches. One is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and the other is for the World Heavyweight Championship. We have Becky Lynch going against AJ Lee in her first singles match in 10 years. And we have one Finn Balor. He gets a shot at the Heavyweight Championship against the hometown boy, CM Punk. We have predictions about tomorrow's show. And we are going to talk about what is in that damn crate that keeps going on Raw and SmackDown. This is the Big Pop Theory Podcast. Hey, you're watching us. Please give us a like, subscribe, and hit that notification so you can know when we go live. We like to do prediction shows on live. We also like to do after shows after the pay-per-view. Sometimes we go on live after Saturday night main event. And one of the things that we would love to get back into is reviewing some old school content from the world of professional wrestling. It could be WWE, it could be WCW, it could be ECW, some TNA. We're going to get back to it all. But hey, this is a Big Pop Theory Podcast once again, and we're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber, Chicago. I am one of your hosts, the Great Grand Slam Poobah, and I'm joined with Rich Kings, who has seemed to become my prediction partner. I know that the other boys would have loved to have joined us, one Rich King, but it's us, the tag team of the Big Pop Theory Podcast. So, Rich Kings, how you doing, handsome?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Life is good. I cannot complain.
Yes.
I am very, very happy. And I think this is the part where I sit here and I do this. One Rich Kings. I wish Mark Wins was here to hear this, but I know you appreciate this. Can I tell you why I'm happy? Besides that, because I have great skin and God has been fantastic to me.
Tell me more.
I'll tell you why. This week won the greatest NXT Women's Champion of all time, JC Jane. She clobbered Sel Ruker and under, 4 seconds. I mean, look, Rich Kings, there has been so many great NXT Women's Champions. Charlotte Flair, Paige, Sasha Banks, Amber Moon, Shayna Baszler. The list go on. Io Shirai, Raquel, Mandy Rose, all of them. And let me tell you what they all have not done. Beat someone and 3 seconds, 2 seconds? I don't know. I lost count. It was so fast. I blinked and I saw defeat. And you know what I have to say about that one, Rich Kings? I smelled pure dominance. And I just sit here and say, I'll give it to you. She got dominated. And I saw it in HD, 4K, 24 frame per mile or whatever it's called. It was great. It was a great week to be a JC Jane fan. I mean, she might hold this title for like another 4 years, 5 years. What do you think, Rich Kings?
Maybe I think she loses it around WrestleMania season.
I already don't like this partnership at all. I think you have already lost the plot here, sir. What are you talking about? But Elimination Chamber is this Saturday. I'll save my NXT talk for the audio podcast with one Shay Sawyer. We do audio as well. We talk about the week of wrestling. But it'll probably be a simple week this week because we'll do talk about NXT, AEW, and since it will not be a live show after Elimination Chamber, we're just going to save it for the podcast. But this Saturday's Elimination Chamber, we were shooting the shit a little bit before we went on live, one Rich Kings, and I said, hey, what are you looking forward to for the Elimination Chamber? Since we're live now, I'm going to give you that question again. What are you looking forward to for tomorrow's event in Chicago?
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing like Finn and CM Punk again. I think they're gonna put on another good wrestling show. We get into the predictions later on, but I do think it's good to see a nice wrestling match. Like I think we'll probably get one of those between both of them tomorrow night. So.
If I can pick back on what you're saying here, I was on a date with Lady Poobah, and before she met up with me, I was watching because it was one of those early show, so it was like around 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was watching that match, CM Punk and Finn Balor, and I said, man, this is a really good match. it made me go like, I wish they had a little bit more time before a Raw match. It was a very, very solid match. And it makes me go tomorrow night. I almost think they go all out. Because, it's a PLE. They're going to get a little bit more time. I think it's going to be cool. And also, too, about the Elimination Chamber, I was telling you, like, I don't know if this is the strongest Elimination Chamber card ever, but when it's the season to the road to WrestleMania, I still get excited about it. I still go like, hey, it's WrestleMania season and I'm optimistic and I just hope that we have a good card. So, Elimination Chamber is the last stop. Back in the day when both me and Rich King were some young lads. Do you remember what the pay-per-view was after the Royal Rumble? One Rich Kings.
No Way Out.
Yes, it is. I feel like we should do a No Way Out, some kind of throwback review on there. Do you have a favorite year? I know I'm just throwing you a curveball here, but do you have a favorite No Way Out?
That's a good question. I don't have a favorite. I have like a top two. I like love the NWO No Way Out with the Vince McMahon and is like he is just too much. Vince
2002. That's a good one.
That was a good one for me. With I think the year after, was that the year after that when Hollywood Rock returned, right? And he went against Hogan. And
2003.
Yeah, I think I just love Rock winning and his antics and stuff like that. So I think that was the birth of Hollywood Rock, so that was my second favorite one.
Not bad. I think 2002 was a good one. Yeah, I think I would lean on you in 2002 because it was just so cool to see the NWO and WWE or WWF at the time. Was the WWF? I'm sorry. Was the NWO as it just felt? I don't want to say it felt weird that they were in the WWF. It did feel weird, but like they didn't reach their stride. That initial. Yeah, no, like when they first come in, you're like, oh man, Hogan, Hall, Nash, and you're thinking like the possibility of an Austin Hogan match, but instead we got Rock and Hogan. Maybe that's what we'll do. How about that for WrestleMania season? One of us got to pick WrestleMania 18 because I feel like that's a show that we need to review. WrestleMania 18, a lot of people say WrestleMania 17. I go WrestleMania 18, but maybe it's just a bias because I thought 2002 was the best year in WWE, personally, in my opinion. It's my favorite year, so I'm biased about it. Let's real quick get to the chat here. We got a nice little batch of people here. We got Jeffrey. It's always great to see him. He's fantastic. He supports what we do. He says, "What's up, fella? What's going on, Jeffrey? Thank you for being here on a Friday night at what time is it? At 8:56." He said, "Should be a great night before. Should be a fun night." I agree. It should be a fun night. I hope it's a fun night, right? We would have loved for him to be on, but we got the legend number M. He said 1 year since Cena turned heel. And you know what? Not for nothing. A year later, I still say and say this. The moment was fantastic. Everything else, not so much. I stand on that. And I'm not even standing. I sit on that. Do you feel that way? Or do you, a whole year later, when Rich Kings, do you think things are different?
No, I think I was a lot to do. I don't think they did a good job. They fumbled it a little bit. I think we know the potential of John Cena, so it just missed the mark.
Yeah, totally. Mr. Cat, yes, he just does whatever he's a real. I can't say the word, but you know what I'm saying, because he just doesn't listen to anybody. He doesn't listen to me. He just breaks the rules. He's a not follow the rule ass kind of cat. He's your nephew, legend number M. 1 year since J. Carr got right. Yeah, see, that's something to talk about. Yeah, she attacked Naomi, and I think everyone knew Naomi was the one, but still, I mean, Jade came in and killed this woman. And now Jade Cargill is not going to be in the chamber, but she will be defending her championship at WrestleMania against whoever wins. So why don't we get into this card now? I mean, I think we got the blood flowing here, right? One Rich King. So let's talk about it. Elimination Chamber, it takes place tomorrow. Look at this poster. We have the hometown guy and gal, CM Punk and AJ Lee. I believe she's actually from New Jersey, but she will be, Chicago is now her home. So we will say it's her hometown. And I heard that the Elimination Chamber, the men's Elimination Chamber match will be starting it off. So, Rich Kings, you told me before we went on air that one Jey Uso is not going to be in this match because he was taken out, correct?
Yeah, that's what I feel that the angle they're going in. So he was attacked backstage. I mean, it would be pretty lackluster if they get attacked backstage and then he shows up then tonight. I'm not sure what that would be about. So I'm just going to say this. Let's
Sure.
say he gets replaced. I'm going to throw the question at you. Who replaces him?
That's a good question. You know what? You know who I got? I'm torn between the two, but I would say either Sami Zayn or Jacob Fatu. I can't pick between the two, but one or the other. What about you?
Yeah, those two solid choices right there. But I'm going to choose somebody that's not on the picture right here. I'm going to choose Oba, right? So look at me like if you look at the top of this picture, we got two former NXT talents, right? Amazing talents, and then just throwing Oba in there just to be like three NXT guys. We got the three like people that's been around a little time, and let's see what we can wrestle up there. But let's say Oba's in there for me, right? So let's say he replaces Jay. Who I think is actually, I mean, unfortunately, I do think Cody Rhodes might win this match. I just don't see him not like, it's Cody. But I don't want to see another Cody or Drew McIntyre match. I just don't want to see that. So my wild card would be Oba winning this match. So let's say if he's in this match, I can see him going into WrestleMania, right? People it might be too early, but listen, do you guys remember Brock Lesnar? Like he just destroyed people, and then he was in the main event, like nobody's business, right? And I don't think it's ever too early for a talent if they have proven themselves within the company already. Yeah, yes, NXT is a different entity, but for example, if you were to ask, I think even you 2 years ago, who will be going for a main event championship, Trick Williams or Carmelo Hayes? And who would have got a chance to go against for the championship first? Is it Trick or Carmelo? And I think we both would have picked Carmelo 2 years ago, right? But there's momentum and things happen, and this is wrestling, so things change. And here's Trick Williams in an Elimination Chamber match, right? So I do think WWE lately seems to be striking when the iron is hot, and I do think if Oba is the one to replace him, I think Oba wins. But I do like your pick with Jacob or Sammy, and if it's one of them, I do think the replacement actually wins, and so is it for Cody.
So there's so much to unpack there. I love that you said Oba Femi. My only issue with it is, like how you said, you see Cody winning, and I would hate for Oba to be in there and he loses. So it's not a match where, in the Rumble, he gets eliminated. Okay, cool. I don't want to see him get pinned anytime soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's my only takeaway with what you're saying. I don't know who really replaces Jey Uso, but for me, it doesn't even matter because. So let me paint a picture here, right? Everyone got Cody Rhodes. He's the for the prediction, the betting predictions that he's up there. I don't know, number one, I want to say. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. But like how you said, I don't want to see Cody Rhodes against Drew McIntyre again. I don't need to see that. And for me personally, you know who I think win this? Now, Cody's my safe pick, but I got Randy Orton winning this. I think Randy Orton wins this. And at WrestleMania, what I believe is going to happen, because I don't want to see Drew versus Randy either. Those matches don't have enough weight for me. What I think is going to happen is we're going to have a multi-man match. How do we get there is a great question. I don't have the answer for that. But I think somehow we get Jacob, Randy, Cody. Man, it's I feel like there was one more person I was thinking, and I'm blanking on top of my head here. But there was all these people that they're all tied together. Randy, Cody, that's my favorite four. I'm sorry, Jacob, Randy, Cody, and Drew. Because Drew cost Randy last week a match. Jacob is trying to beat and fight. Oh, we might have a third host. We're going to give him a minute, but Drew screwed Jacob out of the chamber match to begin with, and Cody wants Drew's blood. So I got Randy winning, and we somehow get a fatal four-way at WrestleMania. But real quick, was bringing the third host here. We said, hey man, if you could come on in. We're gonna bring him in. Let's bring him in. Mark wins. Hopefully he is live with us. Mark wins. Can you hear us, sir? You're muted, by the way.
Can't hear
Hello?
shit. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear. Hi, can you hear us?
Why can't I? Give me a second.
That is great.
It's always great when Mark Wins joins the party.
You know what? We'll give you a moment, sir, so you can get it together.
All right. Mic check. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Hey, 1 2 1 2. What's the hizzle dizzle? Yep.
Wonderful. I'm in then. Yeah. Let.
So, we're glad you're here.
Where are we? Where are we?
Well, I'm in New York, and Rich Kings is in Georgia.
I too am in New York, but I mean, like with the show, where are we?
We are opening with the males. I'm gonna say Money in the Bank Elimination Chamber.
Gotcha.
Do you need to know who's in the chamber so we can
potentially who's in the chamber because
potentially there's still
well Jey Uso was attacked a few moments ago, so we're saying there's a potential that he gets replaced. So we got Randy Orton, check. Cody Rhodes, check. LA Knight, check. Trick Williams, check. Javon Evans, check. And Jey Uso was supposed to be there, but like I said, he got attacked. So we're saying who could potentially replace Jey Uso. So I had Femi coming in there. The Great had a mixture of could be Jacob or Sammy based off the history and what the turmoil that's going on at SmackDown. But, if you want to throw a name out there, throw a name, or who do you actually think is going to win Elimination Chamber to challenge Mr. McIntyre?
Oh, this is the challenge McIntyre at WrestleMania. Huh.
Yes. Ooh, the strength.
So I feel like no matter if and when Jey Uso gets replaced, and I would love Femi to get in there because I don't think they'll do it, but that'd be great. I think that Cody Rhodes wins anyway. I feel like we're still going with this Cody Rhodes nonsense, this Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre nonsense, and I hope that Drew McIntyre puts Cody Rhodes away for good at WrestleMania. Like, give him his WrestleMania moment for real. Like, it's time. Like, we got this momentum. Finally, let's not kill it. Let's not destroy it. But as far as who's entering to replace Jey Uso if he gets there, I don't know. I don't have enough information. I like the Femi pick though. Not gonna lie.
I love a wild card.
It would be great. So let me ask you guys: if Femi's in there, he wins, right?
He needs to win. There's no other reason in there. There's no other reason.
I would prefer he win, but if this is a prediction show, we got. I don't see how Cody Rhodes doesn't win.
And that's what I was thinking.
Like honestly. I said.
No, please take the floor.
Not to cut you off. The other person that I think could potentially replace him is like a Brock Lesnar, but I don't want to see that either, right? So if I hear that music hits, I'm like, fuck. So I just don't want to see that result.
Well, you don't have to worry about Brock Lesnar. So on Monday night, he came out and he said at Mania, he's going to have the Brock Lesnar challenge at WrestleMania. So he's having his own open challenge at Mania. So that's not he's not to worry.
Brock Lesnar rolls. He'll do 2 matches in one and he'll figure something out.
Oh, man. I mean, yeah, if we're talking 2003 Brock, sure. 2026 Brock, you could barely get him out. Even now, they have like a list of dates. And you're almost amazed because they're just gonna fly him out there so he can bounce around. Because Brock don't
bounce. Bounce around. Oh, you mean his entrance? Okay, because I'm like, who is bouncing Brock Lesnar around? Like, there's only one guy that can kind of sort of do it, maybe.
The Roman Empire.
Oh, Roman. I mean, okay, I guess too, because I was gonna go ooh.
Well, they're saying right now, potentially, a lot of people are willing this into existence, that at Mania, Oba will be facing one Brock Lesnar. So, and if he does, Oba should go over. I mean, I don't want to deter too much away from the show, but like if we do that, because look, Oba is the now, and you got to build Oba. You have to make him a thing. That's the only reason why I wouldn't want him in this chamber unless he's winning. If he's winning, I'm for it. Like, do I see him winning? Do I see any of this stuff? No. But would I be down for him winning? I hear what you're saying, Rich King, because I think it was a fair point. You was mentioning, like, you know how sometimes they wait so long and the iron's not hot anymore. So do it now, and I'm with you on that. I just don't see them doing it now. I think they have this long term. I think they have this long term plan for him, and I don't know what it's entailed, but all I hope is that they realize. I said this before. I hope they don't fuck it up. I hope they realize, like, yo, we have something here. We have something special. Let's with Obafemi, he's someone you can build around for the next 10 years, maybe even 15. I don't know how long he want to do it. So I always say 10. There's someone you could build around. There's someone you can. And even with Trick Williams and Javon Evans, I wanted to say this real quick because we talked about who would win. I love this for these men. Javon Evans, I thought he could have stayed in NXT a little bit longer, only because I feel like he had a story arc in NXT that he did not finish, and they could have done it. But they called him up. And you know what? Javon is something different. I was talking to the executive consultant about Javon. He's not big on Javon. He's not sold on Javon. But I was telling him, like, you know what I like about Javon? He's not even like my favorite wrestler or anything. I am a 37 going on 38-year-old male. So when he talks, I don't understand that youth. I don't understand it, right? But he is for that age bracket, that he is for that age bracket, and he and
The YN.
you get what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I see. I was doing everything not to say the letters, but yes, they're pretty much. And I think he knows that very much. Yeah, I think he knows that. He is for that younger generation. So when they're talking about 6'7", and I don't know what young people talk about these days, but you get what I'm saying. That's for them. It's not for us. And it makes me think about, like, when Austin was going on. I was talking to a coworker, and he was like, he grew up in the golden age of watching wrestling. So like Hogan, Macho, Ultimate Warrior, Rick Rude. So he said an attitude era, like all these girls were naked. He was like, well, this is not wrestling. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a group of people who, like, they look at people and they're young and they're just like, I don't understand this. And it's like, yeah, man, it's over for you. And I also wanted to talk about Trick Williams. He's a star. I was asked this question in the group chat, so I wanted to pass it along with you guys. Trick Williams. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I'm going to make sure I got the exact, I won't even say quote, but the words here. We were talking about this in a chat room, and it said, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I thought I had this. How long before Trick is a face?
Like a baby face or a face in the company? Baby
face.
What's the rush? Like, maybe a year or two. Listen, when something's working for somebody, I'm in the belief that you shouldn't change it. Like, not change it just for fun. Like, it just doesn't work unless it's becoming stale. Now you really got, like, unless you feel like you're gonna turn other people heel, like a Cody or something like that. Okay, whatever. But this is working for his persona, his personality. Like, this is it. So I don't want to, like, I'm not saying I'm risk averse, but I wouldn't want to do that. Like, Javon Evans is a face. Let him do that, right? Like, there's other people out there that can perform in that role, and they're doing it quite fine. But I would say maybe at least a year, minimal, 2. I don't still see what's the rush. Why? What's the purpose of this question? Not to be rude, like, why are we asking that question?
I think for conversation. And I love a good conversation. I do want to highlight this because I feel like Jeffrey was letting me, and I'm glad that you keep letting us keeping us up to date on what is going on with Smack now. Logan versus Jacob for the Elimination Chamber spot. Yeah, Jacob is getting that.
Oh, there we go.
I can't see Logan beating Jacob. That would be wild.
But when you think about the injury vision, who do they have left to replace?
Yo, there's a picture where it said, now I see the vision, and then across the street is a hospital. I fell out. Like, it is terrible. They're saying it's cursed. I don't want to say cursed, but that group is really what's it, snake bitten? Is that the term? It's very snake bitten. That group,
so,
yeah.
I think Mark would appreciate this. Just this last thing before we move on. So remember Derrick Rose getting traded to the Knicks, right? So they had Derrick Rose arrives to the Garden, and there was a picture of an ambulance like in front of the Garden. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Like that was in front of the Daily News. Derrick Rose arrives in the garden, and then pulls up to the garden.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I remember that nonsense. That was
we
wild.
don't need the Vision having an ambulance.
I want to say to keep the basketball stuff going. To keep the basketball stuff going, you know, the boy Anthony Davis getting traded to Dallas, and then by the third quarter of his first game there,
help.
That's so sad. Jeffrey wanted to tell us, y'all pray for Miz. Oba is going to dominate Oba. Get dominated by Oba.
No prayers, bro.
Listen, he needs to be dominated. And one last joke about the Vision. Their ringtone is, we know White Club John. Someone please call 911.
No. Do you know what? Rich Kings, do you not remember that song Hurt by Johnny Cash? I Hurt Myself. Someone put up
myself today.
That's
the text song.
Yes, absolutely. I saw a
I saw if I still feel.
Oh, you know the song. I hurt myself.
I love that song, Loki. Yes.
Oh, you do? Okay.
In fact, if I remember correctly, it's not even his song. I believe.
Oh, it's like a remix.
He covers. Yeah. 9 Inch Nails did it first, but everybody loves Johnny Cash's version.
I gotta listen to both. I honestly did not know that. That's amazing. I wanted to tackle a little bit of the trick question that I asked, and then if Mark, you have anything, and we'll move forward. I think before the year's up, I hear what you're saying about the no rush thing. I respect it totally, 100%. Rich Kings. I think that I think it's hard to just keep him as a heel for so long. I do think don't rush it. I do agree with that. Do not rush it. Let him continue to be this arrogant individual on air. But I think around the fall season, let's see what we can do with, because the people love him. I think people want to cheer him. I mean, he gets a reaction, and I just think that's something where you want to strike with the iron's hot, but iron is hot, but you don't want to rush it. So I want to say middle fall. Why not turn him face and see what we got? Mark Wins, do you have anything? Thank you. I think he hurt himself. He hurt himself today.
He's on mute too.
I mute myself today. See,
come off mute.
People here. I have no sound now. Mark Glitch. Well, we're glad to see you. Other brother is in the chat. One Crazy Joe. But yeah, Mark.
Now he's blending with the universe. The background.
He's blending in with the universe. He's miming. Yes, he is. He has become a mime. He's miming. Well, we'll give more Mark Wins an opportunity to recover. Technical difficulties happen, especially when you go live here on YouTube. And crazy. And he's not even here to defend himself. He said Mark pulled a Jeff. He meant to say he used that man's shoot name. He sat there and hi you. That is Lady Poobah. How are you, beautiful? She's so great. I'm sorry, I'm blushing here. I am blushing here. I'm gonna keep it together here because I am a professional. Please don't put me on the couch. With the next match we have here, we have for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, we have Becky Lynch defending against AJ Lee. This is her first match, singles match in 15 years. Rich Kings, I'm going to give you the floor here first. What do you think about this match? Who you got?
Yeah, I actually got Becky Lynch winning this match. Listen, like Becky Lynch should not be losing 3 or 4 times in a row. Like I don't I get it. Like these are different type of matches. It's not her first singles match, et cetera, et cetera. But I think how do you book Becky Lynch lose 3 times in a row to one individual? Like, to me, that doesn't make sense, right? And I think this could set up something more for WrestleMania, right? I do think potentially AJ might lose, like AJ Lee loses, and then who knows, you get some different type of match at WrestleMania, or maybe close this chapter for once, for at least a little bit. But I do have Becky Lynch winning. I think for, like, I just can't imagine. It's almost like Charlotte Flair, right? Like, it's been a while since she had a belt, right? Besides the tag team belt. So I don't know how long can Becky Lynch, like, what would she do at WrestleMania without a belt? Are we going to knock the horse to a different random storyline? What will we do? So to me, Becky Lynch retains, and we continue this story at WrestleMania.
You know, I love our wrestling conversations. I feel like sometimes we go like, and obviously, you know what I mean when I say it's like respectable when we go head to head and stuff like this. You got Becky Lynch, and I hear you. I think those are really solid, good reasons on why Becky should go over. Like, well, you're going to have her just lose constantly, but I'm going to go with AJ Lee. So this is what I think here, One Rich Kings. I think that AJ Lee gets the win, the surprise win. She wins in Chicago. They run it back at Mania, and Becky beats her, and then they can move on from this, because I just don't think this could go on any further. I do think that we have to have a cutoff point here. So I think that, you know, Becky, you know, she puts it all out there. She goes crazy, but AJ is just a little bit more crazier, and she finds a way to win. She makes a tap, and Becky, I think, goes into this spiral. She goes into this she spirals out of control. She starts to sit here and say conspiracies and all these things. So that's my thought process. I think you got Becky, I got one AJ Lee. Let's get into the chat real quick here. We got Crazy Joe. We appreciate the love that you give here. He says, please, y'all, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I don't say that enough. Comment. Yes, please comment. Let us know what you think about the Elimination Chamber, who you got going over in these matches. Tell me why I'm right or why I'm wrong, and the like versa for One Rich Kings. We got Janaea Foster. She says, hi, Joe. Jeffrey says, I think they're going to drag this out for Mania. I do agree with that one, Jeffrey Reimer. We got Jeffrey Reimer. He says, what's up, Janaea? Very polite. We love that in this community here. We have manners here, right, Rich Kings? We sit here and we tell you to take your shoes off and do not mud up the house. We don't believe in that. Ober just destroyed Miz in minutes. Yeah, and as that should be. Look, I have a lot of respect for the Miz, his longevity. You know, he's a great person to have on your roster, because he's someone you could put out there and do the what do they call those? You know what I'm talking about, One Rich Kings, when they put out and they do not social media, but you know, the news and all
He's
that stuff.
An ambassador.
Thank you. That's a great word. Yes. But Miz is not someone that you want to put focus on. It's Ober, and that's why Ober wrecked this guy. So shout out to Ober. I love how he put it in capital. Ober, he yelled. Ober just destroyed Miz in minutes. I love that. The job. Please don't put it in capitals. I'll read it out loud. We're gonna give him one Mark Win some more time to get out there. So why don't we do this, One Rich Kings? Ooh, let's see what's going on here. One Mellow Open Challenge is next, and please keep us up to date. Who's he facing? Let's bring in Mark Wins. Mark Wins.
Hello once again.
We are glad that you are back. Rich Kings has said you had blended in with the universe in the background. We are glad that you.
He just had to turn.
You know, I laugh because if you played enough Super Mario Galaxy and you fell in one of them black holes, that's what happens.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to have it. I love it. But Mark Wins, we talked about AJ Lee against Becky Lynch. I know that you are our favorite casual. I like to believe that at some point you keep up to date to some of the things. Mark Wins, I have to ask you because you wasn't on. I know you. I'm pretty sure you was in the chat, but I wanted to ask you one, Mark Wins. Did you see the great dominance performance of one JC Jane this week?
Yeah, I was in the chat. I was in the. I don't know if the message went through, but
nope.
When I went, because I was in the NXT when you was reviewing NXT for UPR, I was in there and I was like, I just wanted to be on here and just say choo choo, but I guess that I don't know if that message went through or not because my Wi-Fi has been on bullshit. But as one Jeffrey Reimer is pointing out here in the comments, but
Mark ain't winning. Mark. I love how you said the Wi-Fi is whooping your ass. I don't know why. I just imaged the Wi-Fi with Tim boots. You're just on the ground in fetal position. You're just getting kicked.
But yes, I did see the clips because I was definitely interested. I was like, because I don't know how I saw it, probably through you, about Sol Ruka versus JC Jane, and I was like, I wonder who's gonna win that match because I remember the Royal Rumble, you know, they had Sol Ruka, Soul Snatch, JC Jane, and you know, minor inconvenience because who ends up with the belt?
You know what? And this is why this is the lawyer of the Big Pop Theory podcast. When things are inconvenient to me, I put the paperwork on Mark Wynn's table, and Mark Wynn reviews it shirtless and with a cigar, and that's what I know we're gonna win. And he plays some jazz music in the background.
Yes.
No, actually, no. He plays Jadakiss because that's who we like.
Because Jadakiss would never. Yes.
Yeah,
Jadakiss would never.
He would never. But one, Mark wins. We're glad that you are back here, sir. But who do you got for the AJ Lee Becky Lynch match?
I think I don't know. I'm gonna say my heart's saying Becky Lynch, right? Because like AJ Lee, she's kind of just here. I feel like she's not competing for real. If this is the thing that puts her, you know, that makes her a big deal. Because not to say that AJ Lee isn't a big deal, but how she's been portrayed for the last, I don't know, a couple of months since she's returned, she's kind of sort of just been, you know, I'm here, I'm doing things, I do the little pretty face thing, and I make people's life hell for 2 seconds, and then I'm done, and then I'm not doing anything. So if this is her stepping stone to like put her into main event positions, then I guess she wins. But I don't think that's happening. I think Becky Lynch is still is going to win. She's going to deal with that, and barring interference. Now that's the other thing. I don't know how the women are aligned in these things at all. So I don't know if like AJ Lee has allies that might interfere or Becky Lynch has allies that might interfere. But I think right now Becky Lynch is, you know, has a higher pecking order right now, and they're not going to let AJ Lee derail that.
You know what else too? I think it's important here, and I know, like Mark, you know, you pay, you watch it when you can or when you're interested and whatnot. But no, also too, I'm going to throw out here. I'm interested if the referee Jessica Carr is going to be in here. Rich Kings, I like to believe that you've been keeping up enough about the stuff here, but you know that. You know that ref. You know what I'm talking about with that ref.
Fast count car, dirty car.
Now the name calling from when Becky Lynch has been, and that's why I kind of wouldn't mind her dropping it because it would be a slight inconvenience, but she would win it back. But she would go into spiral out of control, losing the championship, especially to AJ Lee. And I think there's a fair point to what you're saying when Mark wins, when you say, like AJ Lee, okay, she did a match here, but she's not here all the time. Does she need to be the champion? And I think those are very fair points. I still got AJ going over, but I think what you gentlemen were saying, the points that you were bringing out were very, very solid. So good job on you guys. Yes. Thank you, Jeffrey, for keeping us up to date. But Matt Cardona answered the open challenge. The very same Matt Cardona, when I went to HOG show, I went with.
Hold on, we got a special guest, my brother. Yeah, you can.
Who's that? Is that Kev?
That's Kevin. Yes.
Kevin, what's going on, sir?
Yeah.
We can hear you. How are you? He's just upside down, but we are glad to see you, sir.
Appreciate it. Happy to see you. What's on this Friday? How y'all niggas doing?
Oh my God, we are fine. Thank you, Kevin.
But y'all don't use nigga or something?
They don't.
We don't. No, we don't. Good job.
Well, maybe not on this show. Huh?
Joe also said what's up as well.
Bro,
Joe says hi.
You said Jeff.
No, Joe.
Jeff or
That's
Joe?
a different Jeff. Joe.
Right here is definitely the Joe. This
Oh
is
yeah,
Joe.
Crazy Joe. What up, Nick, bro? The Afro pick.
Afro pick. There we go.
Yeah. Yo, Justin, good to see you, my boy. It's been forever.
Well, yes, what, like 8, 10
You
years?
don't live out here no more in New York now.
We are really having this. We are really having this conversation.
I'm in Atlanta.
I'm asking a question. I forgot. Sometimes I don't see this nigga. He live in Arizona. He live down south.
He live in Georgia.
Arizona.
Can you get your brother? Can you get your brother and tell him we'll be on after? Give us 20 minutes and you could catch up with Jesse.
Yeah, I'm leaving. That's why I was getting on just to say what up type shit.
I love this people.
I'm upside down. You heard?
You are upside down. We're glad to see you. How
I'm giving you live some hot shit. This could be the new angle to talk to niggas or people. Like, yo, you gotta come on a live upside down. Tell you, like, what you doing, son? How you got to? That don't even make sense. What's going on here? You know
Kevin,
what I mean?
you are.
That's when they say 2 heads is better than 1. Woo!
No.
And I'm out. It's Friday, baby.
I don't know if it's good to have 2 heads. Has anybody agreed with that, or is that just me?
Well, we'll answer that question later.
Yes, Jeff. Thank you for being here, Jeff. He said so close to the camera. Listen, you never know what's going to happen on Big Pop. You never know who's going to show up. We have cameos. You might see him again too. We might have to call him Cameo Kev. CK. Cameo.
You can still make it a K.
Oh yeah. Oh, for the cameo, yeah.
Like we're playing Mortal Kombat or something.
Yeah, no, they really spelled because collection was with a K. I said, I promise you, I passed spelling, but they put a K there. So why don't we get to the next match, because as we get our bearings back together here. So we have next the women's elimination chamber match. We have Kiana James, Asuka, Raquel. I was gonna say Gus. It's not Garcia anymore. It's not okay. But we got Raquel, Alexa Bliss. Yes, thank you, because I was drowning. I needed someone to throw me a lifeguard. Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Tiffany Stratton. So I'm gonna get. Oh, I'm sorry, because using my Alexa go off when I say Alexa Bliss. But I'll give you the floor first here when Mark wins. Who do you got in this match?
I know you're not gonna like my answer, and I'm probably wrong. I don't care. Tiffany Stratton. That's who I think wins this. Why? Because Tiffany Stratton was, if not number 1, number 2 female. Like she was ridiculously high in terms of being the female.
So was Kevin
star of the year. Like so. She's ridiculously high, right? And it's like once, and I said it. If I said it once, I'll say it again. On paper, her run was insane. I get it. She beat Nia Jax like 10 times, but at the same time, she beat Nia Jax 10 times. Like, so it's like, granted, it's wrestling, right? But it would be like, oh, let's say, I'm trying to think of Asuka De La Hoya. Let's say Asuka De La Hoya is like he's one of the lighter weights. I don't know if it's light heavyweight or featherweight, but let's say Asuka De La Hoya beat Mike Tyson 10 times. At some point, no matter, even if it was 10 times straight, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm bored of this match. He beat Mike Tyson 10 times straight. Now, once again, I'm not in no way am I implying that Asuka De La Hoya could, would, or should beat Mike Tyson in a boxing match. I'm just saying. So yes, Tiffany Stratton is my pick. Why? Because she beat Nia Jax like 10 times.
I feel like that should be the real. And just that part. Tiffany Stratton, because she beat Nia Jax 10 times. Like nothing else.
No, but she also beat Jade. She beat who else did she beat?
Charlotte Flair.
She beat Charlotte Flair and Trish Stratus, right? Like on paper, it's a run. I get it. You watched it. It's not as exciting. It's not as exciting. I understand. I get it. I do. But on paper, that run is insane.
Rich Kings, take the floor, sir.
Yeah, Marquel was insane. It was insanely horrible. It was something I want to see again. So listen, I have a different angle here, right? So I have Raquel Rodriguez winning this match, and I don't think she's going to go against Jade. I think she's going to make this a triple threat match at WrestleMania with her, Liv Morgan, and Stephanie Valkyrie. So I don't know, like they like we like a little curve sometimes, right? So I don't think that it's like, I think a lot of people think it's gonna be against Jade, and I think on SmackDown they're trying to put like little seeds, like, maybe Jade versus Charlotte, maybe Jade versus potentially if Bianca ever gets cleared from this finger incident. You never know. So I don't think that anybody here I see going against Jade and actually winning. I do see even Rhea Ripley, like they could be a good match potentially, but come on, like she's always in the main event picture. Trying to move on. So we need somebody else to be in that main event picture, and I do think Raquel Rodriguez wins this match. She leveled up sincerely a lot without Liv being in the picture last year, and I think it's a good way to have her actually win at WrestleMania and beat them in a triple threat match. So that's my pick.
I wanted to say, Rich Kings, one more time. You said Mark wins. It
was a thing. It was a thing. Terrible.
Okay, no, I just wanted to throw this out real quick because it's been a while. Fuck! Because it's just been a while since we heard that. And we probably will be bringing that back when we do some retro content, right, Rich Kings?
Indeed.
All right. So let me just look at this picture real quick here, if you don't mind. We got Kiana James, Asuka, Raquel, Bliss, Rhea, Tiffany, Stratton. I'll be honest with you. I think Rhea is to me, it's a safe bet, right? You look at Rhea, they plug her into the main event scene a lot. I totally agree with that. I also looked at she is one half of the tag team champions, and I think she's going to be on Mania, but defending those tag team championships with Io. Because I say, okay, she's in this match, then what do you do with Io? I don't think Rhea is going to be the one. Tiffany Stratton, Mark said Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton, last I checked, or a few days ago, I'll go as far as saying that her and Cody were the high bets to win. So when Mark says that, look, Tiffany and Jade actually had some pretty solid matches. I thought the match at SummerSlam was pretty good. I didn't see the SmackDown one, so I can't talk about that intelligently. But the match that they had at Saturday Night Main Event, I can't even say that was a match. I mean, Tiffany got fucking dominated. So I can't really call that a match. But that first encounter, I thought it was solid. So I think that match-wise, it would be good. I just don't want to see it because they did it. And I'm like, well, it's Mania. I kind of want to see something different. I don't see Asuka doing it. I don't see Raquel because here's the thing. Raquel is a Raw superstar. And would they have it? Because I feel like whoever, and I heard what you were saying, Rich King, but whoever wins this, because what does Jade do if Raquel goes and just say, you know what, I want that women's championship?
They keep teasing her and Charlotte with these interactions. That's a match right there. Like, listen, Charlotte's always like, listen, the same that Becky. What are you gonna do without them at WrestleMania, right? For goodness sakes, last year they replaced Bayley with Becky. Like, we need them. That's like that. It's at WrestleMania and it's at Vegas again. So I do think that potentially you could get a Charlotte for a match. Charlotte versus Jade, or maybe, like I said, Bianca comes back. I don't know. Where are the seeds? I hear you with the Tiffany thing and the safe bet.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
that wasn't my pick, just so you know.
No. I hear the people out there betting because this is Vegas, right? Let's make a bet. So I hear it. I just don't think that if you're thinking about it, I don't know. I'm just thinking about how can we elevate this talent and make it something different and not something that we see year over year. It's WrestleMania. No,
I get it. It's your premium live event, and literally premium live event, but it's really your premium event of the year. It's got to be big, and what can you do to make it big? So for me, unless she's taken out, but I got Alexa Bliss winning, but somehow she does not go to Mania. And somehow we get Charlotte and Jay Cargill, because that's your big match. Yeah, that is one of your big matches, and I think that's a match you want to go. But the whole thing is Charlotte is not in the chamber. Someone got to get hurt for her to be in there. So if she's in it, I got it. I'm so sorry. Hiccups. And I went the spit went down the wrong throat. I almost died here on TV or live on YouTube. That would have been terrible. This is the end. I'm sorry.
At least you're not at work.
No. So Let me get my voice back. I'm so sorry, guys. I got Alexa winning, but Charlotte still goes to Mania is my point. And if someone gets hurt in some kind of way, Charlotte wins. So I know it's like I don't have a definitive winner here. My point is between the team of Alexa and Charlotte. And they're going to, because it do have to be big. I don't know how you make it. And maybe some way they make it a triple threat where Alexa's in there and Charlotte's like, if I'm really your friend, you would add me to this match. I just see it being a triple threat in some kind of way. It's a multi-women's match in some kind of way. So, and I wouldn't be mad at that because I don't think on paper Alexa and Jade hold weight. You know what I mean? I'm looking at these women, and Asuka's going to be doing something different. And we already seen Jade and Asuka. We already I'm sorry, let me get the picture up here. You know, I mean, the only person I could I guess would be that would hold weight here would be Rhea, but she's the tag team champion. So I'm just gonna go with Alexa winning this match to answer this long-winded question. Let's talk about this. I don't have a picture of it, but I don't know if you've been keeping up with this one, Mark Wins. But there is a mystery going on in the world of the World Wrestling Entertainment. There's a fucking crate, and everyone's trying to figure out what is in this crate.
A crate?
No, it is a crate. It was sent to Raw, and Adam Pearce looked and he said, I don't want to have anything to do with this. Then they send it to SmackDown, and Nick
Khan?
No.
Aldous. Magnus.
Magnus. He's going to be in the next 2K26. He's not an active wrestler in real life, but he is an active wrestler in the 2K. I plan on getting 2K26, and it is going to be great because I am taking the mantle of Juventud Guerrera. That is my storyline. You're going to be like, why is Jack wearing a mask? To keep the tradition going. That is
the name has to be.
Tell me.
Nuevo Juventud.
Oh, Nueve?
Nuevo.
Oh, okay, right. Hey, see, I'm mad at Jeffrey because I was going to say who's in the crate and he stole my joke. I don't even want to talk about it. It is awful. Jeffrey, how dare you? You're not even with us live, and you have stole my joke. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. I was going to say, you know who's in the crate is Juventud, and he stole it from me. You have committed theft at night, and I want something done. I want you handcuffed. I want you taken out of here because how dare you? He stole from me. Mark wins. Mark, I'm going to give you paper.
We got to sue.
Yeah, we got to sue. I have paperwork.
Charges.
Now we're going to press charges.
Yeah,
it's over.
Mr. Reimer, you will be getting served soon.
Yes. Expect this soon. And you know what? We expect handcuffs on your porch because I want you to know this was terrible. I can't believe he has stole my joke. Oh my God. I don't even want to do the show anymore. Thank you for coming here. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification. Oh man, I gotta get it together here. I don't know how to follow up with that now, but there is a crate. And thank you, Jeffrey. He's letting us know that they're talking about the crate right now. And I hope they leave. I hope they too have heard this and they have pressed charges because I cannot believe this. But you know what? I'm gonna give the floor to you guys because my joke has been stolen. You know what, Mark Wins? Why don't we start with you? Because I do have a second answer for this one. You know what, Mark? Do you want to go first, or do you want to give yourself some time about what's going on with this crate?
I have no idea what's going on with the crate, but how big is the crate?
It's big enough. It's like this. It's going this way. It's not like that little square box like in Super Smash Brothers.
It's just a really tall crate.
Yeah, it's like that. You want Rich Kings to take a
sure,
whiff at
let
this?
him go. Yeah, because I'm mind blown by this concept. Like there's just this random crate.
Well, Jeffrey, Rich Kings, please take the floor. But Jeffrey, why don't you? Okay, there we go. I was gonna say to help you with it.
Like size. I kind of want to look this up. Yeah, give me.
No, look it up. Look it up. Rich Kings, please take the floor.
I honestly forgot I was gonna say. Listen, it's one or two things for me, right? It could be Chris Jericho in the damn crate. You know, Chris Jericho loves like a return or a tease, or it could be a return of something great, the great Crown Sam Booba. It could be the one and only TV championship.
The TV championship from WCW.
TV championship and that big ass crate.
Yeah, it was trash, so we just make it seem like something bigger than what it is. But so I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho. Like, you know, obviously Chris Jericho's not running around in this damn crate, but when the reveal happens, it's probably a Chris Jericho kind of thing. But honestly, like, what's the value here? What's the purpose? So when are we gonna get an unveiling of it, right? So, you know, I would have said it's a returning AJ Styles, but no, I don't know what can we do, because Gunther will be like, you defy my orders. So like, I honestly don't know what the fuck is in the fucking crate.
No, that's fair. I'll let Mark give some time here. Jeffrey said someone said it's the draft podium, but I laughed because I saw something. Someone said online, it was so hilarious. They said, if it's freaking Andrade. And it made me laugh so hard because that man has gone from WWE to AEW to AEW to WWE, and now he's back in AEW. So I think it's hilarious. What is in the crate? What is in the crate? What is in the crate? I'll tell you what's in the crate. It's what's left of TNA's dignity. No, it's left of TNA's dignity. That's what's left. It's probably in a box, and it's just like, oh, look, it's TNA's dignity. Look, it's what's left of it. Because I laugh. I don't know if you know this, Mark Wins. But there is a partnership between NXT and TNA, and the TNA Knockout Championship is on an NXT superstar, and it is hilarious. But I will throw out the first to ever do that was the greatest NXT Women's Champion of all time, JC Jane. I just wanted to throw that out there. But I got and if it's the goddamn gobbledygook, I think we will. I'm not gonna watch it live. I think I might flip something over if I do get whiff of this. But I'm hearing that Danhausen is signed with WWE. And I just think that would be, hey, with all the respect in the world, I just don't think that would be cool. Oh, Mark wins. I thought he was getting ready to say something, and then he disappeared. We'll give him a moment here. But yeah, if it is Danhausen, I just don't think I can bring myself to care. I just think something like this should be a Chris Jericho. But my only thing about that with Chris Jericho is I'm hearing about his AEW contract. I don't know what his contract status is. Some people are saying he still got some time on with AEW, so I don't know. Oh no. Hold on. I think I did something here. Let's bring him onto the stage. I almost did something totally stupid. But Mark Wins, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, so I was looking up this crate thing, and yeah, it was those two guys that you guys mentioned, Chris Jericho and Danhausen. Those apparently are the two leading theories. Personally, I like the Danhausen theory. I believe you and I, Great Grand Slam Pooba, have seen this guy at a couple HOG shows, and the crate is kind of sort of right up his alley. I don't know if that's a Chris Jericho thing. Like, Chris Jericho is a little too
extravagant.
Yeah, right. Like the crate's not his thing. He's more like Jericho is more like cryptic, vignettes and cryptic Titantrons. That would be more a Chris Jericho thing. And or he just pop up at WrestleMania because he can. But as far as Elimination Chamber in a crate, that sounds like Danhausen. Based on the 2 or 3 matches that I've seen of him, yeah, that sounds about right. I like that theory, honestly. I like the Danhausen theory. Not that Jericho can't be in the crate, but I think Jericho's more like, if Jericho's here, he's more likely to pull up at WrestleMania. That's more of a Jericho thing. But as far as a crate that's about to be cracked open tomorrow, Danhausen.
Well, but you know how Chris Jericho is, right? He likes to reinvent himself, right? We have so many variations of Chris Jericho. So I think, like, how could we get a different persona of Jericho? So I mean, he always has a different type of. It is Jericho, but there are so many different Jerichos. Isn't that right? The Great.
You're absolutely right.
What was your favorite version of Jericho?
Oh, I love the list version. Like I still do the list thing. I obviously love, like, if you talk about it from an in-ring perspective, I love the 2004 version of Jericho. That's some of my favorite stuff of what he was doing. But like as a character, the whole list thing, I love that version of Chris Jericho. I was telling someone, I believe it was the executive consultant, and I was just saying, he's one of my. I mean, you know this. I feel like it's known. Like he's one of my goats, and look, the stuff that he did in AEW, I didn't hate it, but necessarily wasn't some of my favorite stuff that he was doing. I did like the learning tree because I just thought it was a little. It was silly, but I like silly. Anybody who have ever met me in real life know that silly is kind of up my alley, so I did like it. But yeah, no, the list is by far. It was just so great. The list was so great because it was silly. It was really silly in itself. I remember when he first did it in 2016, 10 years ago, and he was in the audience and someone said something. He said, "Hey, you, no, you said that." He said, "Brace face with bad hair," and I'm like, I love this. It was dumb. It was so. Matter of fact, someone interrupted me. He said, "You interrupt me? Guess what? You're on the list." There was one where Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, and he said, "Hey man, can you take me off the list? You know, I know I ripped your jacket a year ago, but can I get off the list?" He said, "You know what? You're right. It's cool. You made me this jacket. That's cool." So you erased him off the list, and Dean hit him a little too hard. He said, "I always just thought stuff like that was fantastic."
No, he is great. I think my favorite one was the first ever Undisputed Champion, Chris Jericho, because
that was good.
And even when he was, even in SmackDown shut, was it Know Your Role, Show Your Mouth, whatever.
Know Your Role.
Yeah, when even his ending, like I was really big on like creating characters.
Yeah.
And the twisting, the obsessed Jericho was great, and even Jim Ross helped make that the exposed turnbuckle, low blow. Like I love it.
That was a really good version of, and I love. One of the things I loved about that version about Jericho, I was saying. So, and I feel like I've had this conversation with you, Rich Kings. You're a big Rock fan. I'm a big Jericho fan, and I would be like, "Yo," because wrestling was so real to me. So, I think we can all agree that Jericho was the better in-ring worker. But like, obviously, like I said, real to
not
me.
Not according to Bret Hart.
What, Bret Hart didn't say that to Jericho?
No, Bret Hart said that The Rock versus Bret Hart would be a good match. I sent you the clip yesterday.
Oh yeah. No, it would be a good. I don't think Jericho. Was Jericho mentioned on that?
No, that's a bad interviewer.
Yeah, because Jericho should be mentioned. But like no, but real quick, I just want to say because the one that he sent, I feel like this clip had been sent, but the one where he says, it's Triple H? He said Triple H or Macho Man. He said, "Oh, Macho Man by 1,000,000,000 miles." I was like, 1,000,000,000 miles, Jesus Christ! Just say you don't like the man, Brett. I love Brett. Brett's my go, but like it was so real to me, and I just never could understand. I was like, why is Jericho struggling against The Rock? I couldn't get it. So when Jericho was finally beating Rock, I said, "Thank you." I was like, I don't, and it was like, well, he cheated. I said, well, I also was victory, so I don't know what you saw. But all I know is when I heard the 3 count, that's all that matters.
And if you didn't see it, JR will narrate it to you. It was an exposed definitely. Oh, blow. A rake in the eyes, a kiss on the lips. He was going very elaborate.
Well, you know what it is like when you are just when hate is the way you breathe. That's how you function in life. So, I made a joke one time. I don't know if you guys know about JR's situation, but JR came back recently to AEW not that long ago, and I said, "Hey, everyone was excited about JR returning except Devon Dudley." And if you don't know the stuff about Devon Dudley, just take a look.
And Maven, yes.
And Maven really like, and his content is some pretty good stuff. I watch it occasionally. I like Maven's stuff, but I laugh when Triple H is on TV and his face is so disgusted. Like
he's annoyed.
He is annoyed. He's like, as soon as Triple H says something, like as soon as Triple H do something, he's just not a fan of it. It's funny.
It's very funny because like Maven is normally, he's a nice guy. He's upbeat.
He's a super chill dude,
right?
Like,
but then Triple H just turns his face goes sour. He's just like,
His face turns sour. His stomach turns inside out. Like maybe and I'm like, what did this man do? And he has like spoke about it. Like he spoke about it. So yeah. To highlight the stuff real quick, he said Jeffrey said he loved the list. AJ Styles, Soccer Mom's hair was on the list. Chin's McMahon, James Ellsworth, yes. Jericho versus China was a decent rivalry. It was fine. I don't think it's like one of my favorites, but it was fine. And Jeffrey laughs. So with that all said, we're an hour in on the Big Pop Theory podcast. We got through 3 matches, and we're trying to figure out who the hell is in the crate. We'll figure it all out tomorrow night on the Elimination Chamber. But let's get into what I believe is going to be the main event. And no, it's not Devon Dudley against JR. It's going to be CM Punk defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor. They had a match a few weeks ago, and they were on Finn Balor's home turf, and Finn Balor lost. He wants.
I don't see the funny.
Just
let me drink my drink. I don't think we had.
Wait, time out. Hold on. You said that CM Punk and Finn Balor had a match in Finn Balor's hometown. And
yeah, no, and he lost.
I don't think that was unnecessary information, but continue.
I feel like Rich King. I'm gonna let Rich King take it over because he's. I feel like you're like. I would say you're the leader of the Balor Club, but one Shay Sawyer is around, so I can't give you that. But we'll give you assist. How's that? So
yes, when she's not here, I'm appointed. So she leads the club, and I'm like second in command. All right, so we own everything. We have the treasury and all the other stuff. So listen, like Finn Balor,
the treasury. Okay.
So listen, like the match itself was amazing overall, right? You can't take nothing of it.
I agree.
We just wish we had a little bit more time, but hey, that's what pay-per-views are for. Transparently, Finn Balor's losing this match. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and paint a brush. This ain't what is Mario Paint, whatever the hell that shit was called. We're not gonna be doing that shit.
That was so good, dude. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that was a damn good reference. That was a deep cut, if you will, because not even people know that exists. So that was good. I'm laughing. And Rich King, he goes into his he looks into his pop culture book. He's like, "Ooh, Mario Paint. That's good. That's damn good. Go ahead, take the floor, Rich King. I'm so sorry."
So yeah, we're not gonna dress this up, but the thing is that the match is going to be amazing. That's what I'm looking forward for the match. I know Finn Balor's going to lose the match. I'm happy that he has gotten a chance to go for that. Now I wish he was in the Elimination Chamber because I think him and Drew McIntyre would have been a great match to see. But I think for this type of match to happen, they show trust in Finn Balor. I do think that they're gonna perform. I do think he's gonna lose. I do think CM Punk is gonna also perform as well too. And I'm excited to see this match. I just don't want to put lipstick on a pig here.
What?
What?
And lipstick on a pig?
Yeah. I don't want to paint something that's ugly.
I love it. Mark Owens, you want to take the floor, please?
So yes, I agree. Right? Like, I agree that it's going to be a great match, but
here we go. He's gonna do it.
Yes, I'm gonna do it. Spoiler alert! I'm gonna do it. In fact, spoiler alert. Let's just spoil it. Finn Balor is going to get dominated, especially if I'm watching. Like, I find it hilarious that this is a match that I didn't even know it happened. But the moment I hear about it, I'm talking about CM Punk and Finn Balor in Finn Balor's hometown. I know nothing about this match. I hear about it, and what I hear, he loses.
I'm so
I'm
so sorry. The way he said it is just,
and it's I get it. Like, once again, boom, phenomenal wrestler, right? I'm not taking away any of his talent. I'm not taking away anything from the person. But every time I see him, and now it's getting to the point where every time I hear about him now it's getting a little outrageous. Like, it's like he has deluxe Drew McIntyre syndrome, because like every time I see him, he's getting dominated. Like I don't. Hopefully, and I remember I'll never forget this. There was one many years ago. Jericho, he was losing a bunch of matches, and everybody was like, "Oh, Jericho, you're a jobber now. You're a jobber now." And Jericho was like, whatever. I might be the jobber, but I'm putting over talent and I'm elevating talent. Cool, understandable. I understand that. I get it. But for the purposes of this particular podcast, I think it's crazy that every time I see Finn Balor, he's getting dominated. And you know, for one Rich Kings and for one Shay Sawyer, I hope that one day, you know, he gets his Drew McIntyre moment where he's like, you know what, forget all this nonsense. I'm going to win things and I'm going to win the title and I'm going to have a little bit of a run. I hope so, because he deserves it.
He did.
Like the way he's just putting people over left and right, he deserves it. The same way Drew McIntyre deserves what he's got now. Like he paid his dues by a lot. I'm just mind blown. Like I said, I didn't even know this match happened. I just heard about it just now, like today. I was today years old, and he got dominated in his hometown. Like, nah, he needs a belt. Like, put a belt around his waist. Let's see what happens. And I believe it'll be. I believe it'll be really, really good. But
yeah, I think it's
not
time.
today.
Yeah, I think it's time that Finn does get the. I think before it's all said and done, I mean, you know, to run and joke here on the Big Pot Theory podcast, but nonetheless, though, I mean, Finn is dope as hell. Like he's definitely talented. Is he win the championship on? Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I was trying to like mute the thing, and damn it, I wasn't quick enough. Oh wait. I'm probably gonna sneeze now, but Finn Balor's talented. He's not gonna win it on Saturday. I do hope before it's all said and done, he does win that championship. You know, Punk. Look, I believe that WWE look at the main event this year for Mania, Roman, CM Punk, as their big match. I don't think they want to have a triple threat. I don't think they want to do anything to, they want to do anything to touch that match. That is the match you go with, CM Punk, Roman Reigns. And I think I can sit here and say, like, that's a really big match. And I don't think there's certain matches where I'm like, make that a triple threat. I think just because to add some more weight, to add more, I say prestige, but you understand what I mean. Like you want to add elements to make that match interesting. I think you already have all the elements you need. Punk, Roman, 1-on-1, World Heavyweight Championship, night 2. That's all I see. I would be shocked if Finn won, but even if he won, I don't see him going into Mania. Him and Roman. I don't see that being the main event. That's my point.
Because it's well over 50 days to fix that. So,
I think if they really wanted to get Finn the championship, they would have put him in an Elimination Chamber match and go from there. But I don't think that, listen, I hear what you're saying, Mark, about him getting dominated. I do think that the win-loss record is still more wins than losses, but at the same time, it's like, how do, I think there's a room there for him to be something bigger and better than what he is. So I'll just leave it as that.
And I do want to sit here and say this because you said the chamber. I do think at Mania, because he's going to be on the card. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to be on the card. And I do have one follow-up question though. But on the card, I do see him going for the Intercontinental Championship against Dominic Mysterio. I think that's where he's going to land on Mania. But let me ask this one. I don't think so, but I do want to ask this. Do we get the return of the Demon on Saturday?
No, the thing is, you have to protect the Demon at all costs. I felt the last time we saw the Demon, he lost convincingly to Roman Reigns, right? And that's the last time I remember seeing the Demon, and meaningful
and Edge.
Yeah, and he shouldn't lose. It's like
Jesus Christ, Mark. You see, Mark? See what you did?
I think it's coming. It's almost like it's a joke. He's like the Vegeta. I just turned Super Saiyan and I still can't fucking win. Like, what the fuck was that? What was the purpose of that? Like, why? Like, if I level up, that means that my character levels up. That means I get going for the W. But they're treating him like he's almost a Vegeta wrestling. Like, you could do it, but not quite. You could do it, but you're not the main character.
I'll say this. I was there's a interview floating around with John Cena, and he was like, he was supposed to beat Roman at I think it was 2021 SummerSlam for the championship, and I'm glad they didn't
and he
do
was
that.
supposed to lose it back again after.
Yeah, and I hate that, and I'm glad because look, the run that Roman had, that's why I just don't want to see him win the heavyweight. I don't want to see him winning no championship anymore because he's never going to break that again. I don't want to see it. It's never going to be redone. My point in saying all that is, Finn Balor faced him, and I hear that I get it. You're like, well, it's the demon. He shouldn't have lost. But I'm just gonna say and say I guess it's 2020 looking at everything, to be honest with you. The run that Roman had was just so legendary that I'm glad that he did beat these guys. But I hear you, like the demon should be protected. I was very upset when I didn't understand. I won't say upset. I was confused when Edge beat him at WrestleMania. I didn't understand that. Immediately I was shocked at that.
The same way how we protect Dean Malenko. The puppet.
Oh, right.
We should be protecting.
What happened?
He's gone. I hear the laugh. It's like
someone's in the wrong room. Yeah, you're in the wrong room, dude. Thank you. Let me bring him in. Wait, where are you? Jesus Christ. All right, let me see.
He's back.
All right, there you are. Yeah. Sorry, it was one of the guys from UPR, and he touched stuff, and I guess he realized, like, oh, yeah. Or maybe he wanted to see what was going on here.
Or maybe he was mad that I said it was Edge, and that's why fucking Finn Balor lost. I don't know, because as soon as I said that, suddenly I vanished. I don't know.
Because you're in the wrong room, dude.
No, because now I messed up the whole back. Yeah, no backyard. Is there any background? There we are.
There it is. Yeah. Oh,
that might be a cue.
That was interesting because I really thought I got kicked out because I said, "Well, it's Edge."
No,
he's kicked us out. We're getting the Grammys music played off on us. Leave.
The wrap it up.
Get out,
Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
Okay, so a little update here. Now Sammy is accusing Jacob of all of a sudden getting out. Okay, so Sammy is very upset. I guess I could watch a little bit of SmackDown now that we've
opportunity, and he was fed. Listen, he was fed to Drew McIntyre. I don't know what he expected, other than getting.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Now he's going again. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to figure this thing out.
He's removing us.
I know. I'm sorry, Markman. Please carry on. So sorry.
I was saying, it's Sammy's out here accusing Jacob of also getting an opportunity. My guy, you had an opportunity the other day, and then in your whole town, and you got dominated. I don't understand, what's going on. Why are you mad? Now you're mad? Cut it out. Just sit down.
Some people just like multiple opportunities.
I love I don't know. I guess I would have to have it in my contract when I'm home. I'm not losing. That's embarrassing. Hey, you're home. What was that?
Squidward just bitching.
But that's the card. You know what I'm thinking here, boys? UPR, they have their own championship. Maybe eventually we have to make our own Big Pop Theory or the Pop Championship, right? And I don't know. Maybe WrestleMania season coming up. Maybe we should unveil that championship, huh? Have a title. Whoever gets the winning prediction is the champion.
Well, that's not fair to you guys. I always win.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I feel like that's not true. I'm not saying that I win because I feel like I don't win enough because I be voting with my heart and no WWE logic whatsoever. But I feel like there was at least one where there was at least one or two pay-per-views where Grand Slam cleaned up.
Cleaned up what?
A pay-per-view.
Clearly your mess. Nice try, Rich. No, Rich King be trying to test me. No, Rich King, one day, me and you, one-on-one. Imato. We're gonna have a wrestling trivia, and you are gonna get smoked the day before 420 because I am tired of this
trivia. Because let's be honest,
that's not what's going to happen.
Oh, you Rich King. You know what? We're gonna bring the Big Pop Theory Championship into here, and what's gonna you? We're gonna bring this championship in. You don't have to come on here, babe. Who, when it comes to wrestling, who got this? Me or can I say your shoot name, Rich Kings?
Sure, but it's not. This is a very biased opinion.
No, she's not biased. She's not biased. She is very loyal. Who you think got it? Me or Justin?
Justin.
What? What? What did you say?
Opinion.
What?
Yes.
You know what? No, get out. How dare you?
Yes.
Wow. No. No.
I was trying to help you. I told you it was gonna be biased because we went to the Jackson together, and she was gonna choose me, obviously. So I tried to help you out, but now you get to wear the need to give you the crown hat. You take your crown back. Yes. She knows. She knows.
Honestly, this is literally the greatest betrayal. Top 5, if I'm being honest. I cannot believe this show. This has been a train wreck of a show.
Let me remind you who helped our team out on Jeopardy. It was me saving our bacons.
Well, I'll have you know, I'll have you know at that time I wasn't even eating bacon, so I don't know what you're talking about. You could be
eating turkey bacon, chicken bacon, regular bacon. It was me. Dingling the bacon. Here you go. Come get it.
I could go for some bacon right about now. I'm not even lying.
Cool.
You know what, Rich Kings? I'm tired of your shit. I want you to know that. And one day we are gonna. Wow! Look at this. The greatest betrayal of all time. Top 5, if I'm being honest with you. And she is giggling. You think you're funny? Honestly, you know what? That was probably the unfunniest thing. You know what? Is a candidate for 2027.
She is so talented that she needs a spot on the show. I'm going to rearrange that.
No, she can't be on. She can't be on the show. Can't be on the show. No, she's gonna
wrap us up. Naya's thoughts. Final thoughts.
I do like that. Janae's thoughts. She should have everything. But I'm gonna have you know she's fired from the Big Pop there. You're fired, babe. I'm sorry. It was nice.
It's coming from the fraud. That is the big grand.
I'm sorry. Are you using my word against me? I have like total owners. I love that he was honest with me.
Let me help you out. Who's this?
Oh, the greatest fraud to ever believe. And it honestly fits your
who's
face.
Behind the mask? Who is that?
Don't you say my name.
Who's behind the mask?
Yeah, you take that picture off. You take that picture off. You take that picture. Why do you even have that picture?
Because I know all the wrestling. I know where people hide. I know. Listen, SA Reels, baby. Come to me. I'll win you some money. Listen, if you guys are going to Vegas, you need to bet on wrestling, come to me. Don't go to the great. Come to me.
You know what? You know what? Your throne is not strong enough because right about now it's going to collapse.
Every time we text, this is going to be the background screen. I'm letting you know.
Don't you know? You better take that damn picture off. You know what, Mark? Mark, you got more paperwork for tonight. I want you to know that. There's a lot of that. Yeah, no, because Rich Kings, I want you to know. And after I defeat you and I become the very first pop champion, I want you to understand you have to kiss the hand that have brought you to the table, and then you have to remove yourself from the table because I like to eat in private because I don't want to catch the fraudulent spread in the air. No,
when I win, this is your background picture. I'm letting you know.
Yeah, well, I have to use the bathroom, so I'm gonna end the show. Because I'm very upset at everything. This was terrible.
Naya knows.
The love of my life created the greatest betrayal. This is top 5 betrayal arcs of anime. It may be a candidate for 2027, if I'm being honest.
No, this is the top 5 betrayal of all time. Like this is
is it betrayal when you're telling the truth? You're just telling the truth. It's not betrayal. You got asked the question.
Over here. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't believe her. Unbelievable. You know what?
She's just honest. She can't tell a lie. Why would she?
We're gonna end the show. And she's not Abraham Lincoln. I cannot tell a lie. Shut up. I can't stand you.
We had a pack in high school, but remain in a pack.
Yeah, pack of frauds. But we're gonna keep this going. The Big Pop Theory podcast. We go off the rails, but we talk about wrestling. We be authentic on air. You never know what's gonna happen. I might get portrayed by the love of my life. We might get cameo Kev coming through. He's very excited to see everybody. We're happy that he's here or was there. I hope that he gets to his destination safely. Boys, I love doing the show with you guys. Even you, Rich King. I gotta ask you, who did Ron Simmons beat to win the World Heavyweight Championship in WCW?
Oh, I can't hear you. Your theme song is playing.
Turn that off. We might get a copyright.
Yeah, right. Get a copyright strike.
But no, I didn't hear your question.
I was going to say, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right, sir. You're absolutely right to leave the room. So anyway, gentlemen, it's always a great time with you guys. Rich Kings, I'm going to give you the floor here first because you always take over here. We do love you on the show. I always enjoy having you here, brother. Where can people find you if you want to be found, sir?
Right here on the Big Pop Theory podcast.
And Rich Kings, if I can say here, we are going to get back on doing some retro content, right?
Yeah. Coming soon. Some Raw, some SmackDown, some TNA potentially. Mark Wins tap on the shoulder there. And we have the return. I don't even know what his damn name is, but
it was just Easy, right?
Yeah. Easy, yeah. The Ghost. Is gonna return. So
the Ghost
coming soon.
Yeah, and
a little more of what's the Usius? What's his name?
The Usius Haitian. The Usius. Yeah, the Usius.
It's so bad. He's on more than Easy, and I forgot his name.
Well, I mean, I honestly think we're the big three when it comes to the Big Pop Theory podcast, when it comes to the YouTube content and stuff. But yes, we're gonna do some Raw, some old school Raw, SmackDown. We're gonna try to make this a thing, and Mark, we'll talk a little bit off air about maybe we could do a TNA. It don't even have to be a pay-per-view. It could be an Impact. But Mark Wins, where can people find you? You do some content. You do video game content. Love that for you. Please talk to the people.
Yeah, I do video game content on YouTube at Legend Number M. I haven't uploaded in about a month because reasons. This is why I need a capture card. I'm gonna try not to ramble for too long, but this is why I need a capture card. Because I've been playing Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2005 version. That game is phenomenal, but because I don't have a capture card, I haven't been able to capture my gameplay. So maybe in another 5 years after it dies down, I have a capture card, I'll be able to run that back. But I do want to say that on March 10th, I will definitely have a video up on that day because March 10th is Mario Day. I will have a video for Mario Day. Don't know what the video is yet. I've got some ideas. But other than that, yes, if you want to see some video game content, last thing I uploaded was something about Overwatch. I got to upload some new Overwatch stuff because it's a new season. Blah, 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 blah. Like, comment, subscribe to the Big Pop Theory podcast if you want to see video game content. Legend Number M. And maybe one day I'll do some wrestling video game content with a nice little cross-promotion thing with the Big Pop Theory podcast. It'll be great. But that's in a distant future.
Thank you. Yes, and you could catch me on Popular Review. I do the NXT review show there. I talk about the greatest NXT Women's Champion of all time. And I had someone write me on IG because I said, we love when the good guy win. And if someone without a profile, look, do not have a profile picture and talk crap to me because I would do everything in my power to look you up because I'm like, what are you hiding? What are we chatting about? And when I do find out that the person is hideous, you know what I say? Good for me because I am not hideous. I love that for me. Big Pop, I do live content with these gentlemen. Sometime with I said Rich Kings. I'm sorry. Jean-Baptiste. We hope to have him back on. I can't wait to do some of these recordings with you gentlemen. They are recording, so we will not be live. So you guys know we don't want you guys to go crazy and think like, man, what's going on? I said this. No, we recorded it, we upload it, and you could just put in the chat what you think. And also give us some ideas of what you think we should review. And also for the audio podcast, we're going to do a show this weekend. We're going to talk some NXT, some AEW, and the fallout from the Elimination Chamber. That is fun as well. So we're trying to be in a little bit of both worlds when it comes to YouTube and still the audio stuff. So with that all said, this is the Big Pop Theory podcast. We are on social media. We don't utilize it as much. So maybe this year we'll change that up a little bit. And also you can hit us up on the Big Pop Theory podcast at gmail.com if you have any questions or any suggestions. We're open for it. We thank you for watching, giving us the opportunity, and joining the madness here. I want to put up this graphic, as we call it, a night. We hope you guys enjoyed the Elimination Chamber, and we'll see you guys for the next prediction and review show. Jeffrey, you have been nothing but great. Here we go. I gotta highlight this before we go. JC should be a 90-something in the game. You know what? Real quick. We're gonna end the show. I'm sorry. This is for Mark Wins here. This is totally for Mark Wins. I meant to put this in our group chat, but 2K, they had a ranking list, and this is for legends, right? I'm just interested in hearing both you gentlemen's thoughts. Chyna's an 88. AJ Lee is an 88. Nikki Bella is an 88. Lita is an 87. And Charlotte Flair is an 87. I just want to hear your thoughts. I knew this was totally for Mark because I know you're big on the one Nikki Bella. I will sit here. Matter of fact, I'll go first.
Big on who? What? Okay, so boom. Apparently,
the heavy briefing. The heavy briefing is to do it.
88 apparently is the max for women. How? Like we got to stop. We got to stop with this. I don't know. I'm assuming it is based on the numbers you said. Like I don't know. I don't know what you can actually do with like a created woman in the game. Because back in my day, women they did max out at some number, but like if you created them, you can get them to a 99, whatever. I'm saying whatever max that WWE has for the women, it appears to be 88. How is any Bella? I don't care if it's Brie, Nikki, Betty. I don't know. These Bellas are that what are we talking about here? They were stop it. I don't understand the revisionist history here. I don't. They were not that good.
I'm sorry. It's just it's Mark like he's trying to find the words without busting a blood vessel. Rich Kings, do you have any thoughts about this before we go home?
I don't understand the logic of putting her at 88. It's something that I maybe she paid for it. That's the reason. She paid to be higher because it like watching the matches, knowing what she did, her place in history. I guess they're going by the era and saying like she was the most dominant era, so we have to put her at a dominant number. But by that logic, it still doesn't make sense. I no.
Here's the thing. I have really nothing against Nikki Bella, like nothing at all, right? But her being on the same tier as Chyna, AJ Lee, I believe, was definitely a better in-ring worker than her. But her to be higher than Lita just sounds so wrong.
Her to be higher than Charlotte Flair is just wrong.
That too, I agree. And this is Charlotte Flair. So there's different eras with them. So they have Charlotte Flair from 2017. But even then, you're like, even
the
still,
one that never lost?
In 27, I guess so. I don't even know what era that is because I feel like this.
The one that to fill in for Jean Baptiste was shoved down our throat.
All I know is Jean Baptiste, man. All I know is I saw this. I was like, yo, what? And I laughed because someone in the comment wrote, Lita is constantly disrespected. That was so rude. I thought that was a bit much. And even Jeffrey is like, yeah, I don't get it. So and I didn't, but that's the show. We're gonna end the show. We thank you for watching. I didn't even mean to extend it for another 5 minutes, but I just felt like why not talk about that because I didn't know if we were going to talk about it on the audio. Just the Big Pop 30 podcast. Please hit that like, subscribe, notification button, comment, tell us what you thought about the show, and follow us on all social media. I mean, all social media platforms, but also where you could catch your podcast on any audio. Whatever those things, apps. There we go. Wherever you catch your audio podcast apps, we're there. And we'll see you for the next show. Take care. Farewell.